This video is sponsored by HubSpot Smart CRM. To build a funnel that actually drives revenue, you need one system that connects lead capture, qualification, automated handoffs to sales, and performance tracking. Here's the complete step-by-step process for setting that up from scratch using HubSpot Smart CRM from the first click to a closed deal. Before building a single form or workflow, you need your foundation in place. Inside HubSpot Smart CRM, that starts with your contact lifecycle stages. The path every lead moves through from subscriber to lead, marketing qualified lead, sales qualified lead, opportunity, and finally customer. Getting this progression right matters more than it seems because every report and automation you build later depends on contacts moving through these stages correctly. Next, go to deals and build your sales pipeline. Define clear action-based stages that match how your team actually sells. Something like discovery call, qualified to buy, demo, or proposal. Contract sent, closed won, and closed lost. One detail worth setting up now rather than later. Require a closed lost reason whenever a deal drops out of the pipeline. It takes a few extra seconds per deal, but months from now, this data is what tells you exactly why deals are being lost instead of just how many. This step is easy to brush past, since there is no form to build or automation to test yet, but it's worth slowing down here. A pipeline with vague stages like contacted or follow-up gives you almost nothing to report on later. Specific action-based stages mean anyone on the team can look at a deal and know exactly what needs to happen next, without asking the rep who owns it. With your foundation in place, the next step is capturing leads in the first place. Create a landing page built around a resource worth downloading, an industry guide, a checklist, an audit, something that earns the exchange. Keep the form itself short. 4 fields is usually enough. First name, last name, work email, and company domain. Every field beyond that adds friction and quietly drops your conversion rate. Inside HubSpot Smart CRM, configure the form so every submission automatically tags that contact's lifecycle stage as lead. That single setting means you never have to manually sort new signups again. Finally, set up an automated follow-up so the resource lands in their inbox the moment they submit, rather than relying on someone remembering to send it. It's worth testing this whole path yourself before you consider it done. Submit the form as if you were a prospect, and confirm the resource actually arrives. The lifecycle stage tag applies correctly, and the contact record shows up where you expect it. A broken form at the very top of the funnel means everything built downstream never gets tested traffic to prove it works. Not every lead deserves the same amount of attention. And lead scoring inside HubSpot Smart CRM is how you separate the two without guessing. Set positive scoring rules for high-intent actions, a larger point value for something like requesting a demo, a moderate value for visiting your pricing page, and a small value for clicking a link inside an email. Balance that with negative scoring too. Subtract points if a contact goes quiet for an extended period, or if their job title suggests they're a student or a competitor rather than a real buyer. This keeps your score meaningful over time instead of just climbing indefinitely. Once a contact crosses your qualifying threshold, they're ready to move to sales, and that's the trigger for the next step. This is where HubSpot Smart CRM starts doing the handoff work for you. Inside workflows, create a new contact-based automation. Set the trigger for whenever a contact's score crosses your qualifying threshold or whenever they submit a high-intent form like a demo request. Once that trigger fires, the workflow should update their lifecycle stage to marketing qualified lead. Rotate the lead evenly across your sales reps so no one person gets overloaded. Then update the status again to sales qualified lead and create an associated deal directly in your first pipeline stage. Close the loop by sending an instant notification to whichever rep just received that deal, by email or straight into your team's chat tool. From the moment a lead crosses the threshold to the moment a rep knows about it, this whole sequence can run in seconds. with nobody needing to check a dashboard to catch it. This is also the point where a lot of funnels quietly break because the automation gets built once and never tested with an actual contact moving through it. Run a test record through the full sequence before trusting it with real leads, from crossing the score threshold to a rep getting notified, so you catch any broken step while it's still just a test. With leads reaching your reps automatically, the next step is removing friction from what happens after. Connect your team's calendars using meetings inside HubSpot Smart CRM, so qualified prospects can book time directly instead of trading emails back and forth to find a slot. Set up a short outreach sequence. A handful of touches across emails and follow-up tasks tends to work well. So, reps stay consistent without needing to remember every step themselves. Then add pipeline automation on top. A deal sitting in contract sent for more than a few days can automatically generate a follow-up task. And a deal marked closed won can automatically flip that contact status to customer, no manual update required. The last piece is being able to see whether any of this is actually working. Build a dashboard inside HubSpot Smart CRM with a few core reports. A lifecycle stage report shows conversion rates as contacts move from lead through to customer. A deal stage report shows exactly where deals tend to stall inside your pipeline, which is often more useful than knowing your overall close rate. A revenue over time report tracks what's coming in against what's being lost. And a closed lost reason report, pulling from the field you set up back in step 1, shows you the actual objections costing you deals, rather than a vague sense that some deals just don't close. None of these reports need to be complicated to be useful. Even a simple version of each one, built in a few minutes, gives you something concrete to review every week, instead of relying on a general feeling of whether the funnel is working. That's the complete system. From a first click to a closed deal, running inside HubSpot Smart CRM. If you want to set this up for your own team, the link to try HubSpot Smart CRM is in the description below.